The governor of New York has urged everyone to stop vaping after a mysterious lung disease breakout has affected hundreds of people in America. So what is this mysterious vaping disease, and is it possible that it might affect you? Find out right now on IO. Welcome back to InformOverload, where we overload you with information. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe for the best trending news updates on YouTube, and follow the IO team on social media. A few days ago on this channel, we did a video about the first ever vaping related death in history. And now it turns out that whatever that patient is suffering from is affecting hundreds of people and has led to even more deaths. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has asked the New York Department of Health to tell everyone to stop vaping after a lung disease linked to e-cigarettes has affected at least 450 people. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the number of vaping-related illnesses jumped to at least 450 cases in 33 states. The CDCP also cautioned against people using e-cigarettes, especially e-cigarettes purchased off the street. There have been 5 deaths so far linked to the respiratory illness. Most patients experience fever, shortness of breath, fatigue, cough, nausea, and vomiting. Many of the patients end up in intensive care. For example, 20-year-old Alexander Mitchell had gone from a 20-year-old who loved hiking in the outdoors to being hooked up to 2 machines that force air in and out of his lungs. His father, Daniel Mitchell, said he went from being sick to being on death's door in literally 2 days. All patients had also recently vaped THC or nicotine, or mixed both. Victims have ended up with acute respiratory distress syndrome, which is a life-threatening condition in which fluid builds up in the lungs and prevents oxygen from circulating in the bloodstream. No one really knows what this vaping illness is, but the New York Department of Health said that it was investigating high levels of vitamin E acetate in connection with 38 of the cases. I should specify that the elevated levels of vitamin E were only found in the lab tests for samples of products that had cannabis in them, not nicotine. Vitamin E is normally safe to consume. It's available as a nutritional supplement and is normally taken as a vitamin, or if you just apply it to your skin. I also wish I could tell you which vaping products to avoid, but officials say that there are no particular vaping devices or products linked to all cases, and they're looking into potential contamination or counterfeit. Many of the victims did report buying marijuana from the street instead of from a store. Mitch Zeller, director of the FDA's Center for Tobacco Products, said, "If you're thinking of purchasing one of these products off the street, out of the back of a car, out of a truck, in an alley, or if you're gonna then go home and make modifications to the product itself using something that you purchased from a third party or got from a friend, think twice." It is strongly advised that if you're experiencing any of these symptoms after vaping, especially after using street vapes, consult your doctor. You should also be honest with your doctor about what you're consuming. Yes, cannabis might be illegal in your state, but telling them exactly what's going on will help doctors figure out exactly what's wrong with you, and it can also help everyone else who's been affected. One of the main difficulties with this mysterious disease is people are not disclosing all the information needed to their doctors so that they can make a diagnosis. Some victims say they've only vaped nicotine, but doctors also believe that those patients might have been hesitant about admitting that they used marijuana. Until the exact cause of this illness is identified, officials are urging people to stop vaping all vaping products until the CDC gets to the bottom of the illnesses. Alright guys, that is all I have for you on this. Considering the topic and considering how many people have died so far, I'm not going to be responding to comments at the end of this video. On behalf of IO, our hearts go out to the victims and their families. If you want to continue watching IO, check out the playlist that's currently flashing on your screen, and make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'll see you in a future IO video.